about what it's been like playing with Jordy Ben, and more specifically, I guess, having a left shot guy on the right side. Does it change your game a little bit having a lefty over there?
I don't know. I think it's harder for a lefty to be on the right side in certain, instances. But Benner's been great. He's been in the league a long time, and he's a good guy. So we communicate well, and I think it's been going pretty good, and we just got to keep that going. And as games go on, we'll get better and better together.
And does it change the way that you maybe break the puck out, knowing that there's a left shot guy on your right side who maybe can see the ice a little bit better? I think that's something that Ben's talked about lately.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. I feel like that's a question more for him. But for me, sometimes it's just knowing if I'm going D to D that, his stick plate is on the, left side, not the right side. I've been so used to playing with righties my, whole career. But just little things like that, like rims around or D to Ds behind the net. You got to know that he's a lefty, not a righty, and he's going to pick it up differently. And so those are just some, little things you got to think about. But he's been doing a great job on that side, and I feel like we've been working well together.
Next up is Ben Kuzma.
Hey, Quinn, a couple from me. As you probably know, rest and recovery can be as important as playing, and you probably feel like with this schedule this year that you're back at UMich with these back-to-backs. How important is that element? How have you felt on the ice? You're logging a lot of minutes. How do you balance the rest and recovery, knowing there's not a lot of practice time and you're being thrown right into games?
Yeah, I think that I'm, happy. This is my second year, not my first year going through it. I learned a lot last year how to try to take care of your body and, feel good and not just lay in your bed in hotel rooms, all day and on off days and, to eat the right way. And I think that's helped me a little bit with these back-to-backs and playing, every other day. So, for me, I just got to try to stay dedicated and, I think, our whole team's doing a good job at that.
A quick fun follow-up for you with all this time in Toronto with 3 games. You spent a lot of time there growing up. Travis Green mentioned this morning that you guys might get involved in some kind of fun tournaments. Would you be up for a ping pong tournament that you kind of dominate the table?
I mean, I think that's a great idea. I haven't heard anything about that, but, I think the coaching staff and everyone, we try to keep it, fun and, do little things like that. So I think that'd be definitely a great idea. And I don't know where I'd stack up. I haven't played in a while, but, it'd definitely be fun.
Thank you.
Next up is Gord Miller.
Hey, Quinn, we're a year away from the Winter Olympics, and there's management staffs are being named and, potential rosters are being drawn up. How much do you allow yourself to think about and dream about being on that Olympic team in 2022?
To be completely honest, I haven't thought about it at all. I feel like I got so much more in front of me that's, closer. And the biggest thing, me and my brothers preach to each other is just try to stay one day at a time. And that's something that I've been trying to do. But, as it comes closer, I'm sure it's, something that I'll, want to have as a goal and try to make that team. There's obviously a lot of great players out there, but as of now, I haven't really thought about that too much. But in the grand scheme of things, I know growing up, Olympics are, maybe one of the most special things, and to be a part of that for sure would be really cool. But right now, I don't think it's, the top of my mindset.
Where would you say your game is right now?
Yeah, I think it's good. I like it. I think, 6 and 7 as a team, I don't like that as much. And, I think for me, I'm just going to keep building and, we're 13 games in and then I'll be better at, game 40 than I am at 13. And that's just the way it's always going to be. And same with our team. And, I feel like I got a good head on my shoulders right now and I've been working with the coaches and, so I think our team's in a good mindset. I'm in a good mindset and we're just going to keep going.
Thank you.
Next up is Rob Williams.
Hi, Quinn. Just looking to get a sense of what it's been like for you guys on the road. Has it been weird with all the protocols away from the ice? Is it boring? And what's been popular with the guys to kind of keep that camaraderie and fight boredom?
Yeah, I think that's, where you are bored, but you got to stay dedicated and not, venture out too far and stay in the hotel and stay safe and try to be responsible. And I think our team's done a really good job at that. And then, regarding, having fun. Our team, we have some fun guys on the group, and like they just mentioned, the ping pong, tournament, that'd be really fun. And we always come up with ideas like that. And so I think I'm not too worried about that, but yeah, it's a fun group, and we usually find a way to, get together on the road and, enjoy each other's company.
Thank you.
Next up is Ian McIntyre.
Morning, Quinn. When you joined the team last year, they got off to a good start, and although it was kind of a fight the whole way, you guys did win more than you lost, and then you had a really good playoff run. From a mental standpoint, has it been difficult dealing with these first 3 weeks, and the team's been so up and down?
Yeah, honestly, it has been. Like, I want to win, my teammates want to win, coaching staff wants to win, and especially coming in, we obviously had high standards for ourselves, and we're only 13 games in. We've barely begun, and for us, we're 6-7. Obviously, we'd want to be 13-0, but things happen. Everyone's trying to win, and we've played Montreal 5 times, and they're off to a hot start, and they're playing really good right now. So, that's just the way it is. But I think, like I've always said, dating back to last year, the more we play together, we're just going to get better and better, and that's the way we are. And so I don't think you've seen our best yet, but I think we're getting there.
And I'm not asking you to give away any state secrets, but you did play with some kind of knock at times in the playoffs last year. Are you playing through something right now? Are you fully healthy right now?
Yeah, no, I feel good. I think I took a couple maintenance days early in the year just because, things were starting to get sore. But, I've been working with the staff, and they've been doing a great job with me. And I can't say I don't feel good right now. I feel 100%. So for me, that's exciting. And I'm, ready to play today, and, happy with how I feel.
Thanks.
Next up is Michael Trakos.
Hey, Quinn, when talking about you as a defenseman, we obviously mentioned the puck moving, the skating, the mobility. Are those things, the strengths of your game, can they be applied to the defensive side? It just seems like, the days of when measuring a defenseman by block shots and hits are over. When you talk about how you get better defensively, do you have to be a little bit more creative in that regard?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, for me last year, I thought I was really good defensively, and in the playoffs, I was really good defensively against Vegas. I think I went like 3 or 4 games without being scored on. I don't know exactly what the number is, but I think I don't think I, have been taking it that for privilege this year, but I think that it's good that, I'm starting to get back to that mindset where I've been working with the coaches about, really, bearing down on the defensive side. And like I said, we're playing against really good players, and they want to win too, and they want to score. And so, for me, I'm just going to keep trying my best and focus on those things, and, hopefully get back to where I was defensively in the playoffs. But I'm not too worried. I think that, it'll figure itself out, and I just got to keep working hard at it.
Just as a follow-up, is there an NHLer that you looked at in terms of, okay, they do things differently defensively rather than like a Shea Weber who is going to make it tough physically for guys? Is there someone growing up or even in the league today that you say, okay, that's the kind of game I want to play from the defensive side?
Yeah, I mean, I'm never going to be like a Shea Weber. He's obviously bigger and can play defensive differently. But for me as a young kid, I always grew up, idolizing Duncan Keith because, he could log those minutes. He was so effective offensively, but also defensively, he was reliable, and more than reliable, he was, a horse back there. And for me, like, that's something I can really respect. And, I don't want to be known as just as an offensive guy, and I don't think I will be. But, for me, a guy like Keith is someone I really respected growing up because he was, he played both ways. And, so I always watched him growing up, and that's kind of where my mindset is, where I want to be. And, it's not going to happen overnight, but, like I said earlier, I don't know who asked it, but I really like my game right now. I think I'm playing good. And for me, I just got to keep building on it.
And with the final question is Chris Huning.
Quinn, how would you describe the challenge when you talk about going up against top players of facing someone like Austin Matthews? What do you have to keep in mind going up against him tonight?
Yeah, he's obviously really good. And for me, honestly, I haven't thought too much about him because, you know, I think for me, the biggest thing is just trying to, you know, worry about myself and get my mindset in a good spot. And then, you know, I'll be ready for those guys. But I think for Mats, he's so skilled. He's so silky. And same with Marner. And so for me, just try to box those guys out and get their sticks and keep them on the outside. And, you know, those are the things I'll try to do. And I'm looking forward to it. It should be fun. You know, this is the fun part of the Canadian division is that you get to play these guys 7 or 8 times instead of twice. And, you know, so it should be fun tonight.
Thank you.